Hello, everyone. So many things to talk about in Nigeria, right? The one that I'm going to talk about now is this whole call for Mr. Peter Obi to lead a protest. Nigerians always want to abdicate their responsibility. They always want somebody else to do something for them. Someone tweeted something about being disappointed that Peter Obi, Atiku, other opposition have not come together to go and do a protest, just like the way that APC leaders did a protest in 2012 when there was increase in what do you call it, increase when there was removal of fuel subsidy and increase in the cost of petroleum. But one of the things they fail to understand is that it's not even the opposition that started it. It's not the APC leaders or whatever. It was youth, people being on the streets, and then others started joining and coming in, just like what you had with the EndSARS protest. It was youth being on the streets, and then as you went on, other people then also joined. But I even, was it today or yesterday, I also got a mail from someone who was talking about this thing. I've said this thing several times and I'm going to say it again. Nigeria does not need activists. Nigeria does not need more activists. Nigeria needs more active citizens. People should not sit down and expect that, oh, there are certain people that are supposed to protest on their behalf. Nobody is protesting on anybody's behalf. If you are tired of the problem in Nigeria, if you are tired of your expenses, if you're tired of being thrown into poverty, carry a placard and be on the streets. Me, I've said it before, I said it several times. When we're ready to protest, occupy, right? When we're ready for it, nobody will tell anybody anything. People will just find themselves on the street. It's bros, you dey here, you come here. That's how it's going to be. This sitting down and then waiting for some people. Then when those people are on the streets, you'll be insulting them every day. They'll be insulting them. They'll be abusing them. They say, oh, they collected money. They did this. They did that. They are this. They are that. I don't know. If the thing pain anybody, the person will be on the street. But let me just take a moment and read a message that someone put out, and also the response that was given. This particular handle, Uchila01, he's a Peter Obi supporter. He said, also, I don't care what smoke this one draws to me, but I'm disappointed in both Peter Obi and Atiku and everyone else who calls themselves opposition. I'm not, well, let me not be too, I think it's a Peter Obi supporter, but I don't know whether it's Atiku supporter or both or whatever it is. But anyway, I know I see that handle because I'm very poor with handles. That's one thing with me. I really don't know, but I know I've seen this handle. I see the picture a couple of times and the way the name is. In 2012, when GEJ removed petrol subsidy and cost of fuel went up at a time when Nigeria had a healthy economy and the government rolled out programs that would have cushioned the effect on citizens, this band of hoodlums, although they tried to always make Jonathan's administration, these were PDP people in those days, tried to make Jonathan's this administration look whatever, however, that whole thing was ill to. I supported subsidy removal. I always support subsidy removal, but the way and manner it was removed, even in 2012, wasn't it? How do you remove something on the eve when people had even traveled? Then prices went up. People couldn't even return back to their travels and all that. But anyway, they always seem to whitewash it. The way in no time they will start whitewashing at Buhari. They've already even started whitewashing Buhari. And even this disaster, we have a disaster in office right now. Yeah, the illegitimate president Tinubu, they will also whitewash him. He said this band of hoodlums launched the Occupy Nigeria protest, politicized it, and deceived Nigerians into believing that GEJ government did not have our interests at heart. Now they are in power, rolling out one stifling draconian policy after another without any cushioning programs to protect the citizens from the effects. It's very important that all the opposition leaders set aside their different platforms and band together to protect Nigerians from these jackals. I understand that we are largely divided along ethnic lines, and this makes it difficult for spontaneous and organic citizens' action to break out in unison and get support from all regions. However, a citizens' action led by opposition leaders from every region of the country will certainly have a strong protective effect for the citizens. Do not leave the citizens at the mercy of these jackers and then expect their votes in another election. Now is the time to stand up and be counted. I laugh in 3D. First of all, it was citizens that started that whole protest. Citizens got tired and were on the street, mostly youth all across. I remember, even though I supported first subsidy removal, most of the argument against it for the people who did not support and were on the street was that, look, even if they remove subsidy, the money that will come from it that Nigerians will not see, these people will be using it and squandering. Then I remember saying, let's fight the corruption then, which is absolutely what has happened now. Yes, subsidy has been removed. Meanwhile, the money is just being squandered anywhere. Nigerians have not really felt the effect of the fact that, subsidy has been removed. But it was actually citizens. But the thing is that people make excuses for them not to take action. They will always find one thing or the other to justify their way. But there's another tweet that someone has done at Hermes Saddam, and he says, emotions, just like mirage, is an illusion. When you're dealing with an evil, tribalistic, and bigoted administration that colorizes everything with tribalism, you keep your emotions aside. PO and no sensible Igbo person should start any protest. A man who fails to learn from history is bound to repeat his mistake. Did any politician start or lead EndSARS? When Nigerians are truly tired, they will do the protest by themselves. All the attack the man is going through today, what have we done about it? All we have done is tweet. And the thing is that even that Occupy Nigeria, it wasn't politicians that started it. It was Nigerian youth that were tired at that time and came out on the street. As this thing was going on, politicians started joining. That's the way it is. If you are tired of the hardship, go out and do the protest. And if you don't want to do the protest, it's also okay. Continue enduring. After all, suffering might be a virtue where you come from. That's it. But sitting down and expecting that there are some other people that will come and protest on your behalf. Hey. No, they wouldn't. Do it. Do it the right way that you think it should be done. Because what other people have done, you've always said that it wasn't the right way, right? Probably Tinubu will be the one that will allow Nigerians from all regions to understand that they are more united in the poverty that affects them than the religion and tribalism that separates them. So that way people will have sense. Since Nigerians refuse to have sense, maybe the suffering will give us a bit of sense. And if people still don't want to have that sense, it's their right to do whatever it is they want to do, how they want to do it, and when they want to do it. So I think people should stop waiting on other people to protest for them. Go out and protest if you feel strongly about anything.